The largest world map by Urbano Monti. It's a 10-foot planisphere made in 1587. I can't help but laugh at the 12 years that we spend in elementary and high school. We learn about maps, geography, but yet things like this map are withheld from us. Let's take a closer look at this map. Cartography expert David Ramsey, together with his nephew, painstakingly joined together one of the world's largest maps for the first time. For over 400 years, Urbano Monti's color world map was spread out over 60 pages. Created just 95 years after the discovery of America, the 1587 rendering of the world's earliest map, when placed together, stretches over 10 feet. By digitally joining together Monti's hand-drawn sheets, it's even easier to appreciate the incredible details of this historical map. Monti's map reminds us of why historical maps are so important as a primary resource. The polar projection of his planisphere uses the advanced scientific ideas of his time. The artistry in drawing and decorating the map embodies design at its highest level. And the view of the world then gives us a deep historical resource with a listing of places and their shapes at the time. This is a wonderful example of science, art, and history coming together. If you're a map lover, like I am, you're going to notice some very intriguing things. Like on the bottom, how there's land going from left to right. That should be where we see Antarctica. It obviously looks like there's more landmass than on today's maps, which I find very, very interesting. There also appears to be more water in those landmass, which no longer exists today. One has to ask themselves, what changed the map from then to now? The art and detail on this map is absolutely mind-boggling. There are things that are drawn on this map, such as this water creature man that's attempting to grab this boat, and many other very intriguing things. So is there really mer people on our planet? That has been proposed to be a myth, but in reality really exist? These are the things that I look for when I'm looking at old ancient maps. This map was more than 60 pages and was digitally put together to create a 10-foot in diameter map. Notice the circle of land going all the way around the middle masses in the middle. That tells me that we're surrounded by more land. But as we see in today's maps, they show it to us as ice. So obviously something has happened. I propose that someone does an expedition and go find out what really is going on down there in Antarctica. Here's another illustration of what looks like squid men or mermen. Some animals, obviously, in what looks like Africa, maybe. There's lots of fleets of ships. If you look closely, you'll notice that they're all bearing different color flags. And there it looks like some sort of, I don't know, dinosaur or something. This is Armada Della Ray, China. And there again is those water creatures. There is Mar Della China. You gotta wonder, oh, and here we're looking at what would be the North Pole, where many say, including myself, is the stump from the tree of life. Here's some Indian teepees, it appears. The Arabian Deserta. Mar Caspio. And there's more of those ships with different colored flags. And here is Japan. This looks what like would be considered a caveman. And again, we're going to look at the merman that is out in the water, obviously trying to give something, it looks like, to the men in the ship. These flags on these vessels have red crosses. And here we're looking at what appears to be a dragon. So they say that dragons are just folklore, but based on my research, I believe that there were dragons, and there still may be dragons on the lands that appear to be hidden from us still to this day. This shows the map of the sun and the moon going around the planet, which looks much like the sun and moon on flat earth diagrams that I've recently studied. You can clearly see the equator dotted with many, many islands. And again, there is the landmass at the bottom surrounding the whole circumference of the lands in the middle. And there's a little man right there at the bottom. I don't know, maybe he is the ruler of Antarctica, which obviously is not covered in ice. This map was made in 1587, and the circumference is clearly showing more land. I've said it for a very long time. I believe that the elites have us living in a paradigm and believing that all that there is what we see and what we've been told, when in reality, I believe that they are hiding more land from us. I believe that our plane of existence has been mined, strip mined, and all our resources taken probably to these areas to build them, to keep them in clean, pristine condition. This is an amazing map, and I encourage you to go take a closer look at it. Nothing is as it seems. This is Pam Jones, and I appreciate you watching. God bless.